In a significant move, the cabinet has announced major reforms in the Indian Army and in fact has termed it as the first ever exercise after independence. I have with me our domain expert Manu Pabi to talk more about this, and please you can send in your questions as well. Manu, what are the three big takeaways from what the cabinet has decided today?
The big takeaways is that the first big takeaway that 57,000 troops who were till now deployed in non-combat duties like postal services, military farms, ordnance, supply depots, they will move to more combat-centric duties. Secondly, a lot of institutions which were existing in the army in the past with little or very little utility now, like postal service, military farms, they're going to be shut down. And thirdly, that the government now is serious about cutting this thing that they call the tooth-to-tail ratio in the army, that we have to be more we have to have our better resource utilization. We cannot afford anymore to have troops performing duties which can be done by their civilian counterparts.
Right. Well, can you tell us what this means in the larger scheme of things in terms of cutting flab in the Indian Army, in terms of downsizing?
Yeah, see, unfortunately in the past there has been very little debate about cutting the flab in the army. The military has been mostly seen as a holy cow which you do not really touch. This government last year, I think, institutionalized a committee to look into this aspect. I think on the larger picture, I think this is just the first step. We have a standing army of over 1 million people, and that's like a large number. And everywhere the norm in the world is that you're cutting down numbers.
Right.
China has recently announced a reduction of troops. The American troops have been reduced over the years. Russians have done that, and we have to do that. We have to optimize resources. As the minister said in the press conference that newer technologies have come in. You don't require that manpower intensive things that were required in the past. So I think this is the first step. We may see more happening.
Right. Well, we keep talking about military reforms. This is of course one aspect of downsizing. Can you tell us what the other reforms are that we need? What more needs to be done?
See, a lot of people are of the opinion that there should be a larger debate on this, that do we really require such a large standing army, or should we invest that amount of money and manpower into, say, the Navy, where the requirement is perhaps higher. Most people in the world are expanding on Navy because Navy directly impacts trade.
Right.
So I think this first steps, there are 6 steps here.
Right.
These first 6 steps are perhaps the start of a larger debate on, do we require such a big army?
Right.
Why can't we move to rebalancing of resources away from just a land-based focus?
Right. Well, I have a viewer question, Manu. It's not directly related to this, really, but you might want to take it. The question is a part-time defense minister affecting the defense ministry adversely? It's actually a timely question, considering that cabinet reshuffle is also on the cards.
Yeah. See, there has been a lot of debate on that, on ability of Mr. Jaitley to handle both portfolios together, but with all available information that we have in the past 4 months, we have seen a lot of things happen very quickly. People do say that he should be spending more time. Of course, anybody should be spending more time on defense. But if you see the work that he's done, he's unlocked strategic partnership model. He has unlocked defense reforms. He managed to get through on pay reforms. And he has also unlocked a few contracts which are stuck for a long time. So he has been efficient. There is no doubt about that his efficiency as a defense minister has been proven.
So you're saying despite handling 2 major portfolios, it hasn't really quite affected the functioning of the defense ministry?
Yes, that is true. But of course, I think as most people agree that a full-time defense minister is on top of everybody's wish list.
Right. Well, as I pointed out, the government in its press release has said this is a first ever exercise after independence, making it, of course, sound like perhaps the biggest reform that the Indian Army has carried out. Yeah. Would you agree with that?
I would not fully agree with that because there have been exercises over the years. We can get numbers later on for our years on when and how they occurred, but it is very clear that we have seen such reorganizations happen in the past. And because the army changes with technology, so when tanks came in, you would change it. Post-independence, we started getting aviation units. We raised a mountain corps, strike corps, which is more recent. So there have been similar changes with time, and I would not call them the first ever exercise, but it's a significant exercise, and I think it's an exercise in the right direction.
Right.
But we have to see if these are taken to the logical conclusion of actual reduction in troop numbers in the coming years.
Right. Well, had this been on the cards really for this government, you mentioned, of course, that this is based on a committee's recommendation, but had it been on the cards for a long time?
Oh yes, for example, the one point that the RM made was the closure of the military farms.
Right.
In today's day and age, there is really no need to have a separate farm for the military which gives them like eggs and milk and all of that.
Yeah.
And this had been, the closure of the military farms has been on the agenda of the government for at least 10 years that I know of, maybe even earlier. So it never happened. But now that the implementation is happening is a great thing. And of course, people have been talking about why do we need, say, an army postal unit when today, technology is different and you don't really send things by post anymore.
Right.
So those are the kind of things that they've looked at.
Right. Well, that was Manu Pabi talking about the Cabinet's decision today to bring about reforms in the military. Do track theprint.in as well as our Twitter handle @thePrintIndia for more. Thank you for watching.